I'm a gal with a vision. I have a vision. And when I have a vision, I have to follow that vision. It's not always a good vision. Why? You knew it was Balsam. Stick with your first choice. It looks a little like toothpaste. Well, you have a choice, Balsam or toothpaste. Which one? I mean, you gotta figure this out. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Danny Rearranged YouTube channel. Welcome if you are new. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today's video is a bathroom makeover. We're gonna see how it goes. So I'm working on the basement right now. We're doing a basement makeover, but I'm being very anal retentive with the basement, very particular. The basement makeover, the final video of the basement should be out after the spring deep cleaning series. I'm being very particular. The basement is a very big project. We've done a lot of work to it, but we still got more to do. But the bathroom is driving me nuts. I cannot stand it anymore. I can't stand looking at this bathroom. This isn't like, you know, my bedroom, because that's another area that I have to make over. I can shut the door. No one's gonna go in there. You know what I mean? The bathroom, everybody goes in here. I can't stand looking at it. I screwed up. I messed it up a long time ago. Who knows what this is gonna be like today? I don't know. But you know what? I'm willing to take a risk, a chance. I am. Wish me luck. I don't know how this is gonna go. Whether it's bad or good, I'm still gonna put this video out. So, let's get to it. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm so scared. Okie dokie, friends. Let's make over this bathroom. Am I terrified? Absolutely. I am. It's a hot mess, but it's always a hot mess on the Danny Rearranged YouTube channel, but we always get the job done. And I know I say this every makeover, but this is by far the biggest transformation I've ever done. This bathroom, here's a before. I'm going to show you more befores later on in today's video, right before I show the after. I'm also going to talk about the budget. This was done on a very tight budget, but this bathroom is unrecognizable. Super satisfying before and afters. But the first thing I want to talk about are the paints. So this brown paint here and this light blue paint was left by the previous owners. I'm also going to show you some green paint in a second right here. That was also left by the previous owners. And then I have some additional paint that we have on hand. A lot of the materials we used in today's video, we already had on hand. What I wanted to do is make my own cabinet color, my own green for the cabinet. It's gorgeous. The thing is you can't just slap paint on cabinets, which I'll talk more about, but I'll tell you how I tried using just the brown just to see. I don't like it. I hate it. This is just the brown paint. Then I tried using just the green paint. Don't like it. Really, really don't like it. Then I tried mixing the brown and the green, and it came up with this color, which is gross. Then I started mixing in the light blue with the green and the brown, and it started to come up with like this pretty green, right? But then I added some black paint that we already had on hand, and it made this green. This is a really pretty, the camera doesn't do it justice. Seriously, it looks so much better in person. It is a very pretty, like, forest green. Very pretty. I don't know what I'm doing. Why are you, you know what? Sometimes it's just about taking risks, you know? Sometimes it's just about going for it, you know? Okay, you only got one shot at this. Are we gonna use a popcorn bucket? Yeah, we are. Okay, we're gonna take the green. It's gonna be okay. We're just do it. It's fine. Okay. Okay, now I'm not gonna use that. We're gonna use the blue. Okay. All right. You ready? No. Okay. So the blue paint, the brown paint, and the green paint, those paints were all left by the previous owners. So I talked about this when we started working on the basement. Long story short, the previous owners left a bunch of paint stains, stuff like that. Well, for the longest time, I thought that they purposely did that. They just didn't want to take it, because I asked Ian about it when we first moved in. I was like, why would they leave all this? And Ian, my husband Ian, said, I don't know. Why would they do such a thing? I don't know. And I thought, that's strange. Well, then here to come find out a while later, they asked Ian if he wanted that stuff, and he will accept anything that's free. We talk a lot about that. Ian has a thing about accepting free stuff. So I felt bad. I thought that the previous owners like purposely left it here, and here it was my husband who took it from him. Anyway, a lot of it we got rid of. We got rid of a lot of paint, a lot of stains, stuff like that. We decluttered it, but there were some paints that were basically new that I didn't want to get rid of, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because I made this green for the cabinets. Well, we also had some black paint downstairs from working on the basement, because we're still working on the basement makeover. So I added the black, the blue, the brown, the green. I added all of those paint colors together, and I came up with this super pretty green for the cabinets. The problem is that you can't just slap paint on cabinets. If you're, wanting to get a paint for a cabinet, there's Lowe's, Menards, Home Depot, even Amazon. They come with these like cabinet painting kits. That's probably what you're going to want to use. I knew that this paint wasn't going to stay on there if I didn't put a sealant over it, which I ended up doing. You'll see what I use later on in today's video, and it does a great job, protecting that paint on the cabinets. For how long? Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. I was so scared, and now I'm fine. Why is my foot wet? Danielle, you did it again. Still kind of getting ahead of yourself, but you did it again. Yuppers. How do you do it? I don't know. I don't know. I'm a gal with a vision. I have a vision. And when I have a vision, I have to follow that vision. It's not always a good vision, but we have to follow it. Yep. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. A gift? I don't know. I don't know. What the hell is going on right there? Like, it's not covering. Cover! You probably should have done the, base first. See, you get too excited and you do the front. Stop that. You should probably move your clothes. Probably should have taken everything out of the cabinets, but I wasn't going to do that, because my vision told me it's fine. Ian is going to be excited. He'll like it. It'll be a fun surprise. He's gonna be like, oh my gosh, not again, but that's fine. I kind of have you close to the can here. Okay, can you see that? Can you see that color? Well, hold on. Anyway, it's this. So it has been used, but it's pretty much full. I wonder if Ian got this when we moved in the house. I think he might have got this a while back. Oh my gosh, I think this might be the perfect white. because it's not like, I didn't want it to be like stark white, but I also want to get rid of this gray. Okay, let me bring you closer so you can see, hopefully you can see the difference here. Okay, can you see the difference between the gray and that really fresh cream color? Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, what? Oh my gosh, I am such a dork. Okay, I'm like painting this bathroom and I'm like, why can't I not figure out where I'm starting and where I'm stopping? And why does it feel like I'm not painting anything? It's the same paint color from the paint. I spent the last hour painting this bathroom and it's the same, or it's the original paint color that was already on there. So it was the previous owner's paint that they left here, and it was a full can, and it was for the bathroom. I'm like, look how pretty it is. It's so pretty. It's such a pretty, bright, fresh white. It's the same color. Oh my God. It's so pretty. Look how bright and fresh and bright it is. It's so pretty. It's the same gray. Notice a difference? Oh my gosh, it's the same paint. Oh my God. I don't like it. Okay, this is the only other white that I have that I kept. This is the only other can of paint that I kept from downstairs when we decluttered the basement that's white. This is the only one. And the reason why I kept it is because look at it. I mean, it's full. And it's a newer can of paint. It's full and it's white. So I was like, okay, I'll keep those because we could use them. Jeepers. Okay, I gotta let this dry. I gotta let it dry to make sure that it is in fact a different color. I attempted to paint the bathroom 4 separate times in today's video. I wanted to show you the ups and downs in today's video. I wanted to show you some of the things I got right and some of the things I got wrong. That bathroom wall, I didn't know if I wanted to paint it cream or green. I couldn't make up my mind, and that was a nightmare. Another nightmare was this tile. Our original plan, because I was going to do this on a super, super tight budget, we weren't going to rip the tile off. Eventually we do, and then we ran into a whole other set of problems, which I'll talk about later, but it looks way better. Trust me, the end result looks amazing. What I did to that tile was not amazing. I tried to do this on a super tight budget. I was going to put contact paper over the tile, do something creative with it to make it look like it was brand new, and it didn't work. No matter what way I did it, it wasn't going to work. I also painted the window frame and the door frame. We'll talk about that later on. This is contact paper that I already had on hand. Originally, I was going to use this for the kitchen. The kitchen is going to be so long in the future. I just know it. So I figured instead of it sitting here, I was going to use it somewhere down in the basement, but I'm actually going to use it for the counter in the bathroom. The first 3 attempts to paint the bathroom wall didn't work. The contact paper on the tile on the wall didn't work. Painting the door frame and the window frame didn't work. And the way that I painted the cabinets in the bathroom, although it worked, I was impatient and should have done it a lot differently. So there was some things that didn't work. Now, all of those things were corrected. And at the end of today's video, you'll see that all of those things turned out amazing. But one thing that did work pretty well was putting this contact paper on the counter in the bathroom. So I've done this before in our 4-season porch. I'll show you that right now. I've put contact paper in this area before. There's some contact paper around the sink in the 4-season that's held up really, really well. The difference though is that
the sink in the Four Season is very different from the sink in the bathroom. So although I love the contact paper, I don't know what to do around the rim of the sink. So there's little things in the bathroom that we still have to finish. That's one of those things. I have to figure out a way to protect the contact paper because we don't want water getting under the contact paper. I tried using caulking tape, but it didn't work. So I want to keep the contact paper because I love it, but I have to figure out a way to put some sort of sealant around the rim of the sink.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about the wall. I don't know. I'm starting to really second guess the wall. But I gotta show you something. I don't know how I feel about it. I might rip it off, we'll see. It's taken me forever to do it. It makes me sad. I also tried doing something to the mirror. That didn't work. But there's so much stuff that I've done that like, oh my, anyway, it doesn't matter. So a long time ago, I showed all of these wood pieces here. So right here, Ian laid some of these extra wood flooring. It's the same wood flooring that we have all through the main level of the house. So Ian dug under our bed and found all of these wood pieces. That's where we've been storing them, the extra wood flooring. And he thinks we have enough to put in the bathroom. And this is the rug that I got for the bathroom. And by the way, it's got a really nice, it's got a rubber backing on it so it won't move.
Here, get some carpet or something.
Okay. I'll grab you the towel. No, I got the towel that I was using. Love seeing you with that hammer.
Yep.
I really do. You look good. You look real good.
Plan A for the tile, which was the contact paper, didn't work. I don't know what I was thinking. Plan B, ripping the tiles off the wall, worked. The end results are amazing. So Ian's taking his man tools, ripping all of the tile off, but then we ran into some issues.
Okay. Should wear gloves.
So what we decided to do was put paneling up on the wall where the tile was. When we start doing that, I'll talk about what we had to do in order to get the paneling up. We had to plaster the holes and sand it down because it was almost impossible for Ian not to make holes because of the grout and glue that was on the wall.
This is going to be way better than what I was going to do. It had to be done. The tiles on the walls were going to bug me, and it wasn't going to go with the bathroom. It had to be done. It was bugging me. Check this out. One wall done.
Years ago, I tried making over this bathroom. I didn't do nearly as much stuff in that bathroom makeover as I'm doing in today's bathroom makeover, but the style that I was going for was the farmhouse look. I love the farmhouse style. It's not the look that I'm going for. It hasn't been for years now. I honestly don't know what my style is, but I painted basically the whole bathroom in this gray, light gray, dark gray chalk paint. And I painted the trim around the window and the door. I wish I hadn't done that. So instead of removing it, I was going to paint over it with a black paint. I don't like that either.
Oh my. Yeah, there's a lot of blue. That's blue. That is blue.
Because I am the most impatient person in the world, I decided to remove this mirror myself instead of waiting for my husband to get home. It's heavier than I thought. I can't believe I actually removed it.
Okie dokie.
Had I known that we were going to rip off the tile in the bathroom and do the flooring, I would have waited to paint the cabinets, but it's okay. But anywho, back to the cabinets in the bathroom. I wanted to mention that I actually have a lot of cabinets. I have a lot of cabinets around my house. I have a lot of cabinets in the kitchen, the Four Season porch, the dining room. I wouldn't paint those cabinets like I painted the cabinets in here. I was okay with experimenting a little bit in here because there's not as many cabinets. But I know that I can't just, mix paints and slap it on cabinets and think it's not going to scratch. It would have. I had to put a sealant on these cabinets. It wouldn't have even lasted a week if I didn't do that. So I'm going to pop up the brand name and the product again of what I used. It's a wax that goes over the cabinets, super easy to apply. It's worked amazing. So far, so good. I don't know how long this is going to last. I'll have to update you. But the longer it sits on the cabinets, the harder it gets. I do in the future, for a future home project, I want to put on a second coat though, just for extra protection on the cabinets. But it works great. I didn't really need to pull the mirror off, but the plan was I was going to get a new mirror, but then we decided to do something fun to the mirror. I already did 2 experiments on the mirror, like putting rope on the mirror and pieces of wood. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't show that, but I did do that. It took hours. The mirror was a nightmare. It's all a nightmare.
Because I can see where they right here, right here.
Yeah, this one right
see
here. Yeah.
Now if I go here, hold it where your finger's at, you know,
Right here.
is it right there?
This is an indentation. These
Okay.
are where nails once were. Right?
Okay. Where's it at? Am I in the right spot though?
Come
Right
down,
about,
right there.
right there? Okay, here, okay. I'll do it below that way.
Yeah, that sounds like you did something.
Oh, that's it here.
Yeah, so let's mark,
Mark
that.
that, mark that.
Where's the?
That
Where
goes-
did I put the pencil? Oh, there.
Okay, mark that right there, up there. So we're high enough up because it's there, that's,
Alright.
we can always erase that
So
out.
let's do this to this. Let's see what we got.
So, like I said, you can go down a 1/4 inch, half inch, not quite a half.
Right about here.
If you've been with me a while, then you know my mom, Mama Robin. She's been on the channel a lot, but you may haven't met, that didn't make sense, Papa Tony. Papa Tony, my dad, came over and helped us with the bathroom makeover. Ian and my dad, my husband and my dad, made this bathroom makeover. They did an amazing job. They put so much work into this bathroom. But I'm going to talk about the paneling in just a moment.
Took a while to break through that plaster behind there. That's thick, and this is plasterboard behind that. So you got that much you're going through before you hit the stud.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Hitting it took that white right off, man. But we'll.
That don't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm going to paint over it.
Yeah, when you paint over any of this thing, it won't-
I'm painting over
Yeah, just
this,
paint
so
over
it
it,
doesn't
yeah.
matter if you get it dinged up, or like, you know what I mean? Because I'm just gonna paint it. I gotta get, I gotta get rid of this wall. On camera, it looks probably more white cream, but there is a gray undertone to that.
Oh, am I in your way? Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure those stay lined up and that.
Well, we'll come back and look at the progress in just a moment. So, I think the paint that I used for the bathroom, not the first time around, that was like the original gray that they had in the bathroom. The other paint that I found, I remembered, that was the paint that they used throughout the living room, dining room, before I made over the living room, dining room, and this hallway here. It's not as gray, but there's a gray undertone to it. It's lighter, but there's still this gray. It doesn't go with the green cabinets and then what I'm gonna do to the paneling. So, and then with the floor, it's not gonna go. So I have to go out and I gotta get a bright white. I gotta get a bright white paint for, it's either gonna be on the walls or it's gonna be on the paneling. I'm thinking the paneling. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet for the walls, but whatever I do, it has to be, it can't be too dark. It's got to be a lighter, I don't know exactly, I don't know what I'm going to paint those walls. Because I want the paneling, I think, to be white. I got thinking to do.
After the tiles were removed, we had to plaster all of the holes. Then we had to sand all of the walls down to get it as smooth as possible for the panels. Then my dad and Ian measured all of the panels to size to fit the bathroom walls. That was a pain because the walls aren't even. It's an old house, long story short. It's uneven. And then they put liquid nails on the back of the panels, placed the panels on the wall, and then they nailed the panels in as well.
And then we're just putting that piece up for tonight, and I'm heading out.
Okay.
And then we got to it's gonna come. It'll look nice in here. It looks always rough at first, but it'll be good.
It looks good.
Yeah, there's some imperfections. We're gonna have to. I got I got primer white paint, Danielle, and I'll just gonna touch it up. See, you can with this here with the primer, Danielle, you can put it over the top and it'll match with it. You don't even have to worry about coats.
No.
Just like this, when you got the nail, you go over it.
All right, that works.
And then we got that cut out.
That's an easy cut.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think?
I think it looks really
I
good.
think
And then with that wood flooring?
You guys want to do it tomorrow? Some work tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm down. I'll get up early too.
No, I don't want to get up too early. I said about 10 o'clock.
I don't think he was thinking like 6, 7
I'm
a.m.
already getting a little tired here. So.
Yeah, no, that's all good.
What I did is I put everything along the toilet again, just so you can
Alright.
wipe this down and then sweep.
Yep.
It looks really good.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think it looks really
And then
good.
you're just gonna have to. He's got white spray paint, so we just touch up a couple spots.
Yeah, it'll look really good.
So the paneling took a little bit longer because of the measurements. Not exactly sure what's going on. I don't know that stuff, but according to my dad and Ian, the walls are off. So it's an old home. So the paneling took a little bit longer to, get fully correct. Anyway, also the mirror did too because, I did these experiments on the mirror. I was going to do this cool rope design. I had an idea in mind. I seen it on Pinterest or something. And then I did something else, didn't work. So then I thought, whatever, I'll take the mirror off and we'll buy a new mirror. Well, then my dad's like, well, I can make a frame for the mirror. And then I thought, well, that's cool. So we'll keep the mirror. Well, when he went to put the mirror on, he realized that the wall there is bowed out. So that took a little bit longer. Just everything took longer. But the floor actually wasn't that bad. So again, this is all extra flooring that we had from when we moved into the house. Ian's laying it all down to make sure that we have enough. All you do is click it in. It's just click in flooring. And then we did put a little bit of adhesive spray on some areas, like around the toilet and the front entrance area, just to make sure it was secured. But once we put the quarter round in, it all clicked in, it all stayed in place. So it looks fantastic. They also, my dad and Ian made a transition plate. They also put quarter round in front of the transition plate. And then we use wood filler for any cracks in the floor. So it turned out fantastic.
I'm piecing
I'm
everything
going, guys.
together.
Oh, bye, Dad.
guys.
Thank you.
I'll piece everything together. I'm not saying for sure, but possibly. If I do, I'll be here by 10. I'll call you. I'll text you.
Okay, thanks. Thank you, Dad.
Piece everything together, right?
Yeah, piece everything together.
Right.
Piece
Once I'm
everything.
done, once I know that I have enough pieces, I got all the cuts made, everything. Right.
Okay, guys, have a good night.
You
Start-
too, Dad. Thank you.
I'll start with the first piece. I'll just click it out, spray adhesive on it, turn it back over, put it back in, click it in, right?
Yep.
Same thing with it, and then this piece I'll do the same thing. And then I'll do the same thing. And I'll
Nice.
just go along and do that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I still gotta make some cuts.
I honestly lost track of what day it was. Like, I don't even know how many days this took. I don't know what day we're on. I just know it took a really long time. I think it took like 2-3 weeks to completely finish. But I forgot to mention that Ian and my dad had to make cuts to some parts, some pieces of the wood flooring to fit around the toilet and other areas around the bathroom. So they did have to make some cuts as well. And then we couldn't find a transition plate for this area. We just couldn't find one. So my dad and Ian made one and it looks great. I know it looks a little rough there because there's some cracks, but we took some wood filler and filled in all of the cracks that were on the bathroom floor. And it looks so good. And then we put some quarter round there right in front of that transition plate. I think that's what it's called, just so it's a smooth surface. Also, I want to talk about my Home Depot stories. I don't know if I'm going to get time to talk about that today, but they were super embarrassing.
This is from Home Depot. It's Bare Premium Plus Paint and Primer, durable, long-lasting finish, low odor. It is in the color Whitened Sage, and it is eggshell. So Whitened Sage.
And as you can probably, I don't know if you can see the window. Yeah, you can. I'm taking the black paint off of the trim. Why? Well, I don't want the black paint on the trim. I want the original wood back. The door, I'm gonna leave alone. I'm honestly, I was gonna stain the door. I'm gonna leave the door alone. So there's some small projects that I have to do around the house. I'm gonna do like a video doing like small projects around the house. For like example, I gotta get curtains for Zoe's bedroom. I also need to get new bins in there. There's some stuff I want to do to the living room and dining room. So there's some stuff that I want to get done around the house, and one of the things that I'm going to do is this door in the bathroom. So you won't really see it anyway, the way I'm going to show you the bathroom, and the door is fine. Honestly, there really isn't I don't have to do anything to the door, but I would like to get the paint off of the trim, like I'm getting the paint off of the trim around the window. I want to get the paint on the trim around the door off, and then I also want to stain the door. But for right now, it doesn't look bad. I'm actually going to paint right on that. I don't know if it's going to stay, probably not. I don't want to paint this again. You're the one, you should have stuck with your first choice. You knew it was Balsam. You knew that was the one. Why would you go with the whitened sage? Why? You knew it was Balsam. Stick with your first choice. Because now, it's drying. It looks sort of like toothpaste, and it looks a little like toothpaste. Like, it's gotta be subtle, right? Or no, bold. Maybe bold. Maybe it's bold. Like Balsam. You should have stuck with the freaking Balsam. That was your first choice. But no, you decided to play it safe. And now you have toothpaste. I mean, it is drying sort of pretty. Well, maybe you should just go with it. But are you going to be happy with it? Like Balsam. Balsam. Okay. I don't know what to do. If I go a darker green, it's gonna be too much in the bathroom because of the cabinets and the floor. And this isn't like because I was originally gonna go with, which one? Yeah, green tea leaf, this one. Well, that one is like these two here are way too green, too dark of a green. It would overpower, it would way overpower the bathroom, and I don't want that. It's drying really nice. I don't like it wet, but I'm wondering if maybe I should have went with the Balsam. But is that going to be too dark of a green? I don't know. Here we go again. Here we go again. So I got paint. This is the one. This is the one. I feel it. I went with the Balsam. What did I just get done saying? We just talked about the Balsam all day yesterday. Like, well, it was yesterday for me. It was probably a couple of seconds for you. But I should have went with my first gut instinct. Follow your instincts. I knew I should have went with the Balsam. And it's beautiful. It's perfect. It's perfect. The other one, oh my gosh, I painted part of the wall. I had my dad, because my dad came over to start, he put the mirror back up. We finished some of the trim work. I'll show you that in a little bit.
The last thing that we have to do is my dad's gonna make a frame for the mirror. It's gonna look really cool. And then we have just like little touch-up stuff to do, and that's it. Minus the wall. I have to paint the wall. I'm not gonna show that because I've showed painting stuff way too much. It eventually, you know, after a while it just gets repetitive. We've already discussed this, but I had him check out the wall that I painted, and he's standing in front of the entryway of the bathroom, and he's like, and I'm like, well, what do you think? Say something. What do you think of the paint? He goes, I don't know. And I go, what do you mean you don't know? He goes, where is it? Did you paint? I was laughing so hard because I was like, yeah, I did. I put 3 coats on that wall. And he's like, I don't see it, but good job. It's white. It's just a white paint. You can't see any green, and that's not what I was going for. If I was gonna go for a white, I would have just went for, you know, a white, like a frost. I would have just went for like the color frost that I got for the rest of the house, you know what I mean? This is one of my accent walls in the color Eden. It's a Joanna Gaines paint, Magnolia Holmes paint. It's one of my favorite greens ever. I went a little overboard with this green around my house. If you've, you know, watched some of my other videos, you would know that I have a lot of accent walls in these, but the rest of the walls are in this really bright white paint by Behr called Frost. And I needed a really bright white because I have so many of these green accent walls. You know, I didn't want to, like, you know, have because it's a darker green. So balance, balance. But anyway, I'm gonna start painting. I'll show you the paint. Okay, so I don't know. You're not gonna, I bet you any money you're not gonna be able to tell on camera. This was the previous paint. Can you tell, can you see a difference? Probably not, because there really isn't one. Seriously, I put like, did I do 2 or 3? I think I did 3 coats on this wall with the whitened sage. I don't know why I have such a hard time with that word. So that's what that looks like. No difference at all. That's the balsam. So I'm really, really happy with that. You know, on camera, it makes it look lighter, but it's actually like, the camera doesn't do these greens justice. We got the mirror back up. So there's the mirror. We're gonna put a frame around the mirror. I don't know where he put the frame. Okay, I don't know where the frame is, but so we gotta put some wood filler. You know, you can see the little bit of the cracks there in front of the what is that called again? Transition plate. So my dad did that, put a quarter around there so it's smooth, it's more leveled. We got this piece in. This paneling here has to be painted again, but we got this piece in. And then a lot of it's like just little work, like, you know, caulking, wood filler, you know, the little stuff, the little detail stuff.
Because there was so much that went into this bathroom makeover, I didn't give myself enough time to talk about my 2 trips to the Home Depot, but I promise in a future video I am going to talk about these Home Depot trips. But let me give you a brief sneak peek of one of my Home Depot trips. Hello, good sir. I'm lost. Can you help me find these pieces of wood? As I reach into my purse and grab a fistful of wood.
Where's the glue? Right here, right in front of my nose.
That's what I said to the supply guy at Home Depot. I started with, hello, good sir, I'm lost. And that was one of the highlights of those 2 trips. Yeah. So you can imagine how bad the rest of it was. I just wanted to say to the 15 Home Depot workers, the supply guy and the 2 Bobs, thank you so much for helping me at the Home Depot. The Home Depot, you are the absolute best and sweetest. Because this wall bows out, the middle of the mirror would touch the wall, but the edges of the mirror wouldn't. So my dad had to glue pieces of wood to where the frame was going to sit with liquid nails so that the frame was flush to the wall. Then he cut pieces of trim to size to fit around the mirror. Then he glued the trim down with liquid nails and then nailed in the trim. So it was quite the process to make this frame.
Beautiful. We did it. We did.
We are at the end of today's video. I wanted to show you some before pictures before I show you the after. The bathroom is unrecognizable. It is so super satisfying to see these before and afters. I absolutely love the bathroom. Love it. It is so beautiful. And we made over this bathroom for under $350. This bathroom makeover cost us approximately $334.27 to complete. I'm going to try to list all of the new things that we used in today's video in the description box below. It may take me a little while to get all of that stuff in the description box after I upload, but a lot of it was from Home Depot. We got the paneling, liquid nails, molding, trim, quarter round, the wood fill, the towel bars from Home Depot, the mount clips on the mirror, the Mr. Clean toilet seat is also from Home Depot, the wall paint, all of that was from Home Depot. The vase was originally, this canvas here and the vase was originally for the basement. I don't know if I'm going to keep these items in the bathroom or move it to the basement, but the vase from Hobby Lobby was originally $50. I got that vase for $12.49. I had most of the decor already on hand, including the floral. I just wanted to mention that. The painting from Hobby Lobby, that wood forest canvas, I don't remember how much it was. I know it was under $15, but it's originally $31.99. The rug was from Amazon. That was $32 or around $33. Toilet paper holder I got for $6.49. I'll link that in the description box below. Tell you how I did that because it's originally $29.99. And then the finishing wax for the cabinets was rounded up, it was $18. Yeah, all of this was under $350. But we had the wood flooring. We had the paint. We had a lot of the tools. We had the mirror. We had a lot of the decor. There was a lot of stuff we already had. So that made it a lot easier on the budget. But I still can't believe we did this for under $350. Absolutely love it. I really hope that you liked today's video. I hope that you like the after. I hope you like the bathroom. Be sure to stick around for the next video because we start the spring deep cleaning series and there's a surprise in this series. That is the next video. I hope that you like that series. And that is it. Love and appreciate you so much. Thanks for being here with me. And we'll talk to you on the next one. Bye, everyone.